Hello guys. Well and truly ambushed this time. Didn't even allow me to get a couple words in. Hello Matt. How's it going? Just got back from work? When did you get back from work? And how's the situation there now? A shock jumped. So, what a great way to start. But yeah, I'm mentally prepared today. I pretty much know the bullshit that's waiting for me. And you know what, now that I think about it, Matt called it right at the beginning. This place was going to be horrible with all those slime encounters and having to reset every time. It's going to take a while, so I'm prepared for it at least this time. Oh fuck these guys. Slowly back to normal, that's cool. So I guess you guys have resolved that, you guys have recovered from that ransomware attack. Like, don't tell me you actually had to cave in to the hacker's demands. Like, what do you do normally? Just restore from backups? What's your general protocol for handling a ransomware attack? I guess if it was serious enough, obviously nothing you can do about it. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have been classified as serious in the first place. But so and so backups. How often do you guys take backups? Hello, Puzzled. Puzzled is really high today. Why so swollen? I'm moving to several times a day. Ooh, is that even possible? Like backups generally would be taking a good 4 or 5 hours. Okay. Actually, no, shit. I'm not even thinking. It would be, what do you call it? Layered backups, right? Really high indeed. You must be so happy today. Finally got your laptop. I assume you are watching the stream from your laptop. And what about your internet? You must have tethered it to your phone, right? I don't exactly know your situation. Do you have internet at your grandma's place or do you have internet at your folks' place? I'm getting dinner. Very nice. Wow, okay, wait a minute. I actually made it? I made it to the boss! Let's try it out. I think I'm gonna get my ass handed here. Actually, no. Speaking of backups, what is that backup strategy called? Where you only take backup since you last backed up. Damn it. I used to be familiar with those terms. Okay, you got good internet at both your places. Lucky bastard. Incremental, yeah. Having to deal with slimes today has kind of paralyzed me. And there goes Lena. Fantastic. But quite an accomplishment already having killed 2 of these guys. I was expecting to get my ass handed in this boss fight. Lena indeed. Nah. She's more like Alinity. Okay, that was a boss. I was expecting today's stream, at least half the stream, to be full of torture. But what? I mean, I feel like at this stage I don't really deserve to say that. Uh, I don't really deserve to say that I expected more of a challenge, because let's face it, how many times have I said that and not have that's been the opposite of what's actually happened. I remember I get my ass kicked. Oh no shit, man! That last mission in Blue Planet was. How many times did you attempt that? By the way, I still haven't looked at the at stream 1.2, so I've still got 50 minutes to go, and you are still stuck there. We might have Guardian first as a second job. Okay, essentially, I have no idea what you're talking about. Probably Blue Dragon. That's not the last. That's not the last mission. Okay, holy shit. No, hang on. You said I seem to recall that in the ward you said they changed the mission somehow. That's why you were struggling so much. It's not supposed to be like that because of a bug or something. Also, I'm pretty much lost with regards to the story. Like, what the hell happened after the sanctuary? You had to go and save your dad or something? I guess that's another reason why protagonists don't have parents. Can't really use your family against you. Uh, do I have a cottage? I do have a cottage. Oh my god! All of that mental preparation of having to go through this dungeon, and it's over in like 5 minutes, within 5 minutes of stream. Hey, I'm not complaining. Cyclic imaging to the protagonist. Okay, now that we are done with the Black Mask Cave, hang on. I need to get my bearings. I didn't really expect to come out of this cave in within. I mean, I expected this to go on for an hour at least. So I'm like lost. I'm on a crusade to save your father. I like the Hindu mythology reference there. Didn't even think that Shivans was supposed to refer to Shiva, the destroyer. It's supposed to be. Well, let's go back to all that. And then Vishnu is supposed to be the creator. So they named Shivans and Vishnans. Nice! Didn't really strike me until then. It gets weirder. Don't tell me there's a mother figure too. Man, after everything in Dist and the Black Mask Cave, all of these encounters are gonna feel so ridiculously easy. Also, I've got $100,000. I didn't even realize that. I mean, sure, I spent 10 hours. 10 hours on a FF2 challenge run is actually can't really say above or below average. What do you say? It's not the usual. How long did you grind for this? Depends on what you mean by grinding. I never really grinded. See, this is what happens when you don't have evasion. When you constantly allow the enemies to keep dealing damage with you, keep dealing damage to you. This is the HP you get after 10 hours into the game. Normally, I would say this is usually my end game HP values. So in a way, the game promotes you to have a balance between evasion and defense. If you go full tank mode, this is what happens. And if you go full on evasion mode, you end up with like triple digit HP by the end of the game. It will turn to be more about Grey. Let's see. I did see that you already started with BP2. I thought you hadn't yet started. Okay, everybody's healed up. What comes next? We got Layla. We are done with Dist. Oh man, I am so lost. I think the Lamia quid is next, so let me go out. I don't even need to go out and say what am I thinking. This is the GBA. I can say right next to her. Okay, shit. I didn't even plan for this fight. First mission, I'm mentioning redo it again, set up the mood, and because I fucked up secondary objective. Okay. Sounds cool. And I'm looking forward to the music there. Is it just BP or did Free Space always have such kick-ass rock tracks? Man, when the music kicked in, I was like, Mage Rage. Should have seen my expression at work. My face was literally like the Bogger's expression. I was so surprised. The only other time I've been so surprised was when Big Bridge suddenly hit me. Especially after the really calm music that is the world map music in FF5, World 2, and then suddenly Big Bridge hits you. Not so fast, yes, curvy snake. Eight hits, sleep, 500. Yeah, this. Wait, what? What? 500 damage. Charm 9. Is that actually gonna work? Oh, that is gonna work. What? Once again, I'm in a situation where I have to say I actually thought she was going to be a wall. I thought I was going to. I had my script prepared, you know. I was going to attempt this for like 10 times and then go out and grind. I'd give birth to a trademark. What the fuck, man? All my plans have been shattered. Okay, whatever. Let's just blaze through the game then. I can't see any challenge in this game now. I mean, I didn't, to be honest, before. But I never expected to make it this far without even. I think I made this point last time. They seem to have. Can't really say made it easy because I still won't say this is easy. This is easy from the perspective of a guy who knows how hard this game can be. Speaking of which, I was watching one of my not favorite LPers, but someone I watch on a regular basis because he's pretty funny. So he just started an LP of FF2 and it was absolutely hilarious. He kept wandering into the wrong areas of the world map and getting his ass kicked. And he's the type of guy who started the Final Fantasy series from what 8 or I don't know 10 or something. That when FF was more pronounced as FF, like proper story, hot women. So you can understand the perspective. Where am I supposed to go? You can understand the perspective of someone who is used to modern RPGs and then he has to play these older games. Obviously, they're gonna hate this because the story aspects of this are very very shallow. Granted, although in terms of the story, this is way in front of FF1 at the very least. I would say even FF3. This has a better story than FF3. But that was funny. That was funny. How someone who has more experience with modern RPGs views these older games. It was also a sad state of people on YouTube who have to, like, they are forced by the community to play a certain game, and his community seems to be especially hell-bent on watching him suffer. I'm not complaining. It's pretty funny. Yeah, well, the point I'm trying to make is this is definitely a difficult game. Okay, I've got Gordon. Hang on. I'm so lost right now. So next step we have to go and get Hilda. Gordon's not going to be sticking around for any significant amount of time. I'm not going to bother protecting him. So let's just hand him an axe, any axe. And that's going to be it for Gordon. Why should I even bother with an axe for him? Just to keep up appearances. Because after all, Berserkers can't really go without axes, can they? Actually, for now, let's just stick with the Mankosh. Screw having to buy another axe. But yeah, from an objective perspective, this is definitely a very difficult game. And I'm just struggling to justify it, actually. I'm struggling to justify why it's a difficult game. Well, I guess in a traditional RPG, the player expects to, after a certain point in the game, the player just expects to have enough DPS to one-shot enemies. But that is almost never the case in FF2. Quite the opposite, actually. And yeah, of course, one of the major reasons is the confusion surrounding the level system. And I think puzzled is one of the examples I can use to maintain perspective of how someone who's used to traditional RPGs thinks always goes for damage. From that perspective, in this game, one never really knows. Look at that damage, man. One never really knows how one needs to grind in order to get more damage. Defense is good too, but you'll find that this game just won't give you enough defensive options. Which is why evasion is far more preferable, but that is something that very few people seem to understand. Yeah, that is acceptable. I'm not going to say they are wrong in thinking that, because if I look at it from an objective perspective, no one really cares about evasion in any RPG games. Or even if they do care about evasion, it's only as a secondary defensive measure to defense, because defense is is guaranteed a certain level of guaranteed survivability, but evasion is only RNG based survivability. But here it's the opposite. You can have good defense, but that defense will only take you so far. The amount of damage the monsters do is just far greater than the amount of defense you will have, except for the very beginning of the game, when you can tank up on mithril equipment and the monsters will do literally zero damage. Aggressive. So the thing is, if you just forget about the wacky mechanics of this game and just try to approach it as a traditional RPG, then you're going to suffer a lot. And I think that is one of the reasons for the bad rep of this game. Oh, Lena! Look at the crappy damage she's doing. Okay, just forget about Gordon. Can someone please kill Gordon? Butts and Zazat are doing. Zazat is consistently doing good damage. I think axes are the perfect demonstration of how useful strength is. We know that Butts has another boss, by the way. We know that Butts has average strength, Lena has poor strength, and Zazat has the best strength. And we can observationally see the difference between the amount of damage, or let's just say average, because axes have a very wide range of damage. But if you see consistently, Zazat is doing far more damage than Butts, and Butts is doing far more damage on average than Lena. That might be obvious because of the strength difference, but how the mechanic actually works is strength contributes to accuracy. So because effectively Zazat has much higher accuracy, let's take a look at this. Accuracy of 99%, really? Okay, no wonder. So look at that. He has an accuracy of 99%. All of them have the same weapon, okay? Ogre Killer, Ogre Killer, Ogre Killer. Zazat has an accuracy of 99%. Butts has an accuracy of 74%, and Lena has an accuracy of 68%. Okay, Lena is much closer to Butts than I originally thought. Did I actually give a shit about defense? And evasion options. There's evasion in Blue Dragon. There's a proper evasion mechanic. I mean, there's always an evasion mechanic, but like, is it actually under your control? Normally, wouldn't you just slap on the best armor options available? That's what you would do in a traditional RPG. Eight damage. What? Why the hell is Gordon doing damage? And why is he still alive? Can someone please kill Gordon? Well, they may be magic. I'm not sure. There we go. There we go. The fact that you don't recall means it's not too important. It looks like most of our damage is coming through crits, which is acceptable. But coming back to the point of the sheer amount of damage that Zazat is doing over the other two, that's in large part because of accuracy. Now, I think we realized last time, remember normal mode? I've never done hard before, and you did say you're going to stream hard mode, right? Let's see how that goes. Okay. Shit, this place is absolutely dangerous. I know I should probably stop saying that, but I can't help it. It is really, look at that. Because this place has HP drain fuckers. And if I run into 4 or more of them, I probably won't have enough high potions. And why did I not buy high potions? It's very clear to see how disadvantageous low evasion is. And I would say the major disadvantage of having low evasion is turn order. More than anything else, if you just gave me a predictable turn order, I think it would still be fine, because as long as you had an advantage in terms of turn order, at the very least you could strategize so that you could kill dangerous enemies before you could basically out DPS dangerous enemies, which is what you generally do in RPGs. But because of low evasion, not only do you have a distinct disadvantage in turn order, it's like from this point in the game, we are almost always guaranteed to go after the enemies, except for a certain class of enemies which have zero agility for some stupid reason. That was something that I didn't know myself, but I was told that bombs, all the bomb class enemies, the turtle class enemies, and the slime class enemies have zero agility. And in terms of turn order, which is based on evasion, yeah, look at that. Evasion 1%, 15. Ooh, what the hell? She has 15% evasion. And Zazette has 0% evasion. Our turn order is basically dependent on the evasion percentage. So for all intents and purposes, this is our agility stat. And 0, 15, 1 agility, very, very unlikely we'll have an advantage in turn order. As we shall observe. What that means is the enemy almost always is going to get one whole round in before we get our turns. And that is what increases the challenge. I mean, I say challenge, but come on. Like, what the hell? But at the end of the day, it looks like no matter what you do, at least in this version of the game, you have ways to get out of trouble. I suppose it depends on what you define as trouble. Will you ever hit a wall in this version of the game? In this what I call the easy version of this game? Doesn't look like it. And I think one of the biggest advantages in this version is obviously you can save scum. Yeah, you can save scum. So that by itself makes it reduces the difficulty by many orders of magnitude. But in the NES version, and in the WonderSwan version as well, but well, WonderSwan, nobody really knows about the WonderSwan version. There you couldn't really save inside a dungeon. So what were you supposed to do then? I think that is the primary reason why you would hit a wall. You'd have to make sure that your party had the capability of surviving an entire dungeon. Ability cuts your shop price in half. How the hell does that work? What is that ability called, by the way? Bargaining? Man, half is some serious bargaining capabilities. Negotiate. Fair enough. Oh wow. But yeah, Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen. Ambushes are like 10 times worse. And ambushes from enemies who have status effects on their physical attacks. This is what happens. We can literally get stun locked. Oh wow. I might not be able to make it out of this fight. So in another aspect, how they made the game easier is it's far more likely that you will recover from a status effect. Of course, unless it's permanent. I mean, the fact that I managed to survive this encounter speaks volumes. I mean, I have to agree. Hard game, by the way, trademark. Kind of. What? Oh shit, God. This is not FFI. Cottage does not bring people back to life. God damn it, that was a waste of cottage. So as we have just seen, the principal challenge in a Quadzerker run is going to be enemies who come in large groups and who have status effects, especially ones that will prevent us from attacking. Like, who cares about poison? Want to know about some words you say weird? Uh-huh. I'm going to say 5 instead of 5. How am I supposed to say 5? And yeah, I agree with that. Especially when I'm trying to say a sentence quickly. 5 is way too much lip movement. So that's interesting. I wouldn't say that was something I was not aware of. But having having it highlighted definitely make me pay a lot more attention. 5 instead of 5. Why am I even bothering to go here? It's like, who the hell cares about the story? Let's just continue on with the chat. I want the next challenge. What is that freezing? It's a damn notification that keeps popping up. Layla joined. And I hope she has all her stuff. Man, I need to buy some better stuff for all of these guys. Giant's Helm, Golden Armor, Thieves Gloves. I believe I can get Giant's Helm, Knight's Armor, and Thieves Gloves in Mystidia. Probably you should replace it with Giant's gloves. Thief's glove is not going to help me. That plus 10 agility, who cares about that? And she does have her ogre killer. Fantastic. So we got finally we got our fourth contributing party member. Oh shit, look at this. I hate the toad animation in this version. And two of my guys are toads. Honestly, the fact that Zedlat and Layla actually managed to avoid that toad spell once again speaks volumes of how easy this game is, because there is no that screen is from yeah, frogs just it's literally raining frogs, like what. Wow, can one shot. Oh my god, what, did you see that? The toads are trying to punch them. That is so adorable. I hope they do that again. Come on, toad. Oh, confused toad. No, 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 they're not even trying to punch, they're trying to lick them. That is just so good. And the remaining party members are toads. Excuse me? Okay, right, FF2, you guys. Toad is considered game over status. So if I've got 4 toads, that's game over. Holy shit! Finally we got a game over. Like I say, finally. You dumbass! Because it's been a long time. It's alright, it's alright. The thing is, that particular encounter, it would have been difficult even in a casual run. That's a particularly dangerous encounter you can get in this dungeon as well as the last dungeon, which is why if you remember I had said that this is a very dangerous area. But let's get back to normalcy. So for some reason, well, not for some reason. First of all, the magic defense bug is fixed, which means getting targeted with magic attacks is going to help everybody's magic defense raise. So magic defense plays a very big part in whether or not we are going to get affected by status effects. They're so cute. Just calm down, calm down. Until you start your first Blue Dragon stream, I'm gonna keep my hopes in check. So at this stage, enemies that just physically attack are a non-issue. Because we got the DPS to take them on. And secondly, we got the HP to tank them. So we've crossed over onto the next stage. And all of this has been without grinding, so I guess that's something. Oh, battle axe, thank you. Then I've got the second best axe in the game. Let's find out how this boss goes. Come on, don't let this be a boss, by the way. Actually, no. This guy has literally nothing to... Haste missed on himself. What an idiot. The only thing Gotos has going for him is oodles of HP. He's got like 2000 HP. But that doesn't really matter, because all he can do is physical attacks, and that's also not... He doesn't hit very hard unless he buffs up. And I got a Ripper. That is actually good. I can use a knife. Berserkers can use knives. Oops. Damn it. Hmm. Next dungeon. Hot toss, by the way, text. Yeah, but how often do you find yourself using it? Only in my FF2 streams, I'd wager. Kappa? Yeah, at the very least. Hard game, by the way, plus. Entire golden sun. Yeah, but that won't be applicable in your challenge run. Oh yeah. Also FF5. Yeah, I suppose. Especially when you get good jobs. Do I need to stock up? I probably do. I don't have potions. Yeah, I probably don't. In the next dungeon, do I have anything that can actually challenge me? Well, let's stock up anyway. Speaking of Golden Sun, I encountered the next boss. That's gonna be fun. I'd like to see how that goes for you. So just to confirm, the only healing you still have is Pixie, right? This boss was fun. Fire Elemental. She buys Revive. Alright, Revive revives with full HP. Damn. I still got nuts. Well, I would hope you do. Ether, don't care about ethers. Potion, I guess having 100 potions might come in handy at some stage, but I'm not even using them anymore. I'm just keeping all of my weapon options and I'm just keeping all of my weapon options and the fact that I can at some stage I will allow myself to use a shield or use different equipment. I'm just keeping all of these options available. But I'm not happy with the fact that I have to clutter my inventory because of that. Oh well. Gotta sacrifice. At least I have plenty of money. Let's stock up on potions, even though I never use them. Now that I have so much money, I might as well stock up on these things too. 4,000, okay, 4,000 only. Mallet. Maiden's Kiss is 500 bucks. So that'll cost me 50,000, huh? Holy shit. 50,000 is too much. For now, I think 30 Maiden's Kisses and 30 Golden Needles should be enough. What I'm surprised is all of my guys have a lot of magic defense. Because you saw that Winged Ray fight where they kept on paralyzing. They didn't keep on paralyzing me. What I expected was that literally every time they hit me, they would paralyze me. But that did not happen, which means that my guys have a lot of magic defense, which is really weird. Why do they have so much magic defense? 5-52. And the main point is that 52%. Where is that 52% coming from? Because normally, based on what I've been told, the magic defense percentage is calculated based on the magic stat and the stamina stat, neither of which is above 50. So this is something strange in that one. Again, yeah, I think they specifically did something to the magic defense growth or calculation to give us more magic defense. Like the 5 levels of magic defense is not surprising. Every time you're targeted by a magic spell, you get a lot of experience towards that. 5-52 is very good. Imagine if we had that much for evasion, or how frequently we would be able to evade enemy hits. 5-52, 5-52. Everybody has 5-52? Why? Huh, what semester? Even Layla. Hey, there's something wrong here. Why is this homogeneous? Everybody has 5-52. This does not make sense. Let me not try to make sense right now because I'll go mad otherwise. I have no ability to hack into the GBA. And I'm ashamed that there's something about FF2 which I'm not able to make sense of. But hey, it's a GBA. If this was the NES, no problem. I would probably, whenever I had a question, I would just go and look into the code. And chances are I would be able to get the answer to that, given enough effort. But the GBA, the tools for GBA ROM hacking are not as good as those for the NES. Sadly. Oh wait, we can loot the castle, so let me do that first. And speaking of looting the castle, there are a couple monster in a boxes. That's gonna be interesting. Is this also monster in a box? Yeah, I think this is a relatively benign monster in the box. Inventory is full, cannot carry more. Crap! Yeah, I think this is just a stupid potion monster in a box. Let's go grab the other chests first. Why am I even bothering with all of this treasure? No reason. I guess I can sell it for a pretty penny. And I've also found that I need lots and lots of money to buy weapons and armor. I remember when I visited Mysidia, that was before I was so rich. When I visited Mysidia, I just had barely enough cash to cover my expenses for 4 ogre killers. How much? I think each ogre killer was like 16,000 bucks. Ridiculous. I mean, not ridiculous. Ridiculous compared to the amount of cash I had at that point. I guess I must have made a lot of money by selling stuff. Which brings me to the origin point. That is why I am... Ooh, Trans Clause. Who could use this? Definitely Lena, but let's prioritize Butts first for the strength equipment. That's why he's got 99% accuracy. He's got Giant's helm and Giant's gloves, so that's plus 20 strength. His strength is 54 right now, and surprisingly, the base accuracy of the Ogre Killer, which I would regard the Ogre Killer as a pretty decent axe, it's only 50%. So they weren't joking when they said that axes are inherently inaccurate. But as we have seen, in order to compensate for accuracy, you need strength. And accuracy plays such a huge part because accuracy multiplied by your weapon skill level is what counts, what determines the number of hits you get. And the number of hits that you get in the end is what determines the amount of damage you're gonna do. So strength does not directly play a part, and why am I wandering around? I think that's all the treasure. Strength, contrary to, I suppose, yeah, you could say contrary to traditional RPGs, although in traditional RPGs, strength also does not play a direct part in damage calculation. I mean, not that directly at least. I know for a fact that in tactics, each point of strength is way too valuable. Damn it, I got a rather simple encounter. This encounter can be like 8 people, 4 sorcerers and 4 sergeants. And so sergeants of course are in the front row. Bastards. That's how they designed it. You gotta go through the meat shields first. And then the squishy elements behind. And while you're occupied with the sergeants, the sorcerers nicely slow roast you. But I got away scot-free here. Whatever. I think I still could have handled a full Monty of 8 people there. Let's pick up this potion. Look at that. When you get into an ambush, this is what happens. The enemies get one full round, and then the enemies get one full round again, and then you get your turn. So as far as the Berserkers are concerned, the main strategy always has to be, let's try to do as much damage as we can. Because we sure as hell can't survive one more round. Not with monsters like those. And HP drain is particularly effective against our Zerks because of the unbelievable amount of HP they have. Speaking of unbelievable amount of HP, look at how much HP Butts has. What the fuck? He has well and truly overtaken Zazat. Jeez. And this is when I realized I forgot to fill up my water bottle. I'll be right back. So I don't know what to do with these. Well, you don't have to do anything. I remember I told you, I don't know when this was, it must have been very long time ago, that those are points for waifu TCG. And you've already told me you're not interested in that. How to open a pack? Exclamation point booster by standard. I think there's a guide available. Buy BUY. I think there's a guide available. Exclamation point help? Does exclamation point help work? Not sure it does anymore because that's so generic. Point to be noted, revenants are assholes. Primarily because of, because of their HP drain mechanic. So this is going to come into play much later in the game. And HP drain, the drain touch enemies, there's nothing we can do about because magic defense does not play a role there. Cannot carry any more. What could this be? I have no clue. I think that was an eye drop or something. And shit, Layla's gonna die. Nice furries. What's a furry? Thankfully, we are able to kill revenants, like one-shot them. Of course, they're gonna have their way with us before we can actually kill them. Humanoid with animal pictures. Okay, like that. That's called a furry. But imagine what would happen if we are not able to one-shot revenants or enemies with the HP drain. So yeah, that might prove to be a challenge. People who identify as animals. Is that actually a thing? What the hell? We're not knowing what a furry is. Ouch! Hey, I'm just in it for the cuteness. One doesn't have to know the correct terminology in order to appreciate something. I'm wondering how the fuck do you guys even know about all this? Especially someone who doesn't even watch anime. Been on the internet. I see. Been on the internet long enough and probably interacted with a lot of people who are interested in this kind of stuff. Man, I would be happy with these guys, these stupid changers, because they help in HP growth, but I'm not exactly asking for HP now, am I? It's going furry territory at times. Is Ketchit supposed to be a furry? FF14? What in FF14? My character is a cat, but you said it's a humanoid who is like an animal. So if your character is a cat, well, it's a cat, isn't it? How do you differentiate between furries and just straight up animals? Going by that definition, Ketchit can't be a furry. Human with cat ears and a tail. Okay. That's nice. What about a female robot? I don't expect you to get these references, but apparently there's a whole class of anime which focuses around having female robots as subservient to their masters. I mean, of course, they make light of it by adding animal ears and a tail like attractive. Not necessarily. Robots don't usually have fur. No, what I was asking is there a term for that? Furries usually mean they have fur. Okay, okay. I get that. But I'm just trying for an adjacent term. Like lizard is called scaly. Oh my goodness. Well, I've literally never seen that instance. Women shaped like lizards. No real term for robots. See, masterfish. I'm really scared about where my HP values are gonna end up at. Like, we're literally getting a HP up every freaking fight. That's actually not good. Dragon Ball seems to be a fairly common trope, like in Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem literally only had one Dragon Ball. That would classify as scary, I guess. But that's interesting. Dragon girls are a trope. Dragon girl reminds me of Priscilla, right? Priscilla in Dark Souls. Yes, Priscilla. Hmm. Definitely a card. What? She probably is. Can you do exclamation point search Priscilla? She'll probably turn up. I remember seeing lots and lots of Dark Souls cards. God damn it! You have to use exclamation point lookup. And I think there's a limit on how many times you can look up. Just try. Just try a couple of them. You have to look up with ID. Search results gave you a bunch of IDs. Record of Grand Crestfall? Nope, not her. And Butts crossed 2000 HP. Holy shit! Oh, this is gonna be so bad endgame. I guess not. I guess we don't have Priscilla from Dark Souls. That is so sad. How the hell did they miss that? Oh, there we go. And it's only a legendary. But because one alpha god. Range. Yep, legendary. She must be. I mean, obviously, she's a pretty important character, or at least well known. Those always start off as legendary. But I don't really care about the card game aspect of it. It's not important at all. Why not? She's the boss of an optional dungeon. That's it? That's all she is? Like, she doesn't have any importance to the story or whatever? Like, did you tell me she's like half dragon, half god or whatever? Or half human, half dragon god? Something like that? No importance to the story? But not of some kind of fucked dragon. Yeah, but the point I'm trying to ask is, go into painting. That literally doesn't make sense to me. So you mean to say she's just an NPC until you decide to actually fight her? That's all she is. Wow, that is disappointing. No, why do I keep getting ambushed? Does you leave it to me, can it? Then everyone kills her. Oh, that is so sad. Oh man, now I'm thinking that getting that ogre killer from Mysidia was probably a bad idea. Our FF9 characters are furries. Wait, let me try and remember FF9 characters. Monkey boy, rat girl, and a cat girl. No, I don't remember FF9 then. I remember Luna and Lulu. I think they are from FF8, right? No, sorry, FF10. That is FF10, okay. I remember that from puzzle streams. And they are not furries, that's for sure. But I'm really surprised that robot girls are not. They don't have a term or anything like that. Very surprised, because that's definitely a trope. You have, what was the name of that anime? There was an anime where this guy's finger becomes a small robot girl. I was more for it than I realized. Ghost girls are also a thing. Well, certainly not a thing that I am aware of. Like, give me an example of an anime or a game that has ghost girls. Or, I mean, multiple examples. Ghost girls? Literally can't think of any. FEAR, what's that? That's a TV series if I remember correctly. Here is an FPS. What's this showing? Okay, at least I know what to search for next on Pornhub. That's actually a really good idea. Thanks, Puzzle. And I do not mean that sarcastically at all. Really inspired for the girl in Ring. Finally ever watched me stream. Work has deleted my ability to view more than I would like. Well, I for one am glad that you're working instead of hanging out on Twitch. But I must admit, the fact that you're doing so well at work and seem to enjoy it is the best outcome. Oh, there we go, bad breath. And it missed everyone. Fantastic. See, this is the magic defense I was talking about. If this was the NES version, that would have been a game over, and I would have had to do this dungeon again. Enjoy. You don't? You certainly are proud of your achievements there, accomplishments. I sell my soul as a vocation. Well, again, that's all in a day's work. That's nothing special. I mean, that's basically the definition of work. Soul's overrated anyway. Soul, what's that? Alright, another dungeon done. We are racing through today. Principally because I am very much overpowered at this stage. But we did get glimpses of what kind of a challenge awaits us. That's so funny, I wish I streamed it. Oh! Did you see whether you would be able to stream FF14 as well as, play FF14 and stream it? Did you find out whether you would be able to do that? I mean, that was your primary objective in switching laptops, wasn't it? Does that my laptop cooler or ice? Wow. Laptop cooler. EDM to the temperatures of the sun. Fair enough. Like I assume the air vent are towards the side, hopefully. But yeah, definitely gaming laptops can get pretty hot. It's in the bottom? Okay. You definitely need a cooler then. Or rather you need that stand which just raises up your laptop at an angle so that the air has somewhere to go. Like, what were they thinking, man? Or at least they should have offered it along with the laptop. This is a laptop you literally cannot keep on your lap. At least if you want to maintain your sitting on an open track now. GG. Oh, damn it. Okay, crap has been sold. Let's proceed to Mysteria. Let's not waste any time. Heal. Not here. Maybe I really should go back to properly planning out my challenge runs because this sounded a lot more interesting in my head. The bosses, most of the bosses have been non-issues. Like, I would say literally the only challenge we faced was that Gigas back in the warship. But on the flip side, this has given me an appreciation of how easy they made this game. Maybe they finally decided to playtest it. And the playtester decided to do all kinds of shit with it. So they changed how the game works accordingly. Let's make sure that even if you're getting your ass hammered, you won't get hit by a status effect. Because that would be going against the spirit of the game. Come on. I think the entire reason, one of the main premises of this game was just, if you don't have evasion, you just have no way through. Why doesn't this show anything for Lena? Knight's armor? Are you kidding me? Knight's armor has the same defense as gold cuirass. Holy shit! That is unfair. And it's worse than the flame armor. Okay, I can just give it to Layla. Speaking of some things that I never do in FF2 is buy armor. Buy and sell armor. Generally speaking, the armor you get on in as treasure is far superior to anything you can buy, anything you're allowed to buy. So I want to make sure that everybody's decked out in Giant's equipment for maximum strength. Because as Berserkers, HP and strength is all we've got. And apparently that's all we need. Hard game, by the way. I need 2 Giant's helms for Butts and Lena. Wait, I can't buy Giant's helms here. I need to go back to Altair. Shit, forgot. Well, while I'm here, might as well deposit the white mask. Even though it's still going to remain in the inventory. I didn't even talk about the inventory. Yeah, that definitely has to be a major change. Inventory restrictions. Although, to be honest, the inventory in the NES version, that was just straight up trolling. I'm not even going to justify that. Giving you just 32 slots and you can't even stack items. That has to be trolling. No excuse for that. So the fact that item stack, you can carry 99 of each item. Plus you generally have many more slots. That is yet another aspect which makes this game much easier than its counterparts. Rather, the version. Let's go back to Altair and purchase Giant's Helms because I want as much damage as possible. Like, unless the game decides to actually provide me with a challenge, I'm not gonna have any mercy. More HP, fantastic. I'm gonna suffer so much when I cross horns with the Death Riders. So speaking of Death Riders, I can saves come past them. So that's not a problem. Preemptive! Is that actually a thing? And yeah, I was complaining about ambushes. Well, I have no right to. Because that was another thing that I had explained right at the beginning. If you don't have any evasion, which is assumed to be the de facto agility metric for FF2, we are constantly going to be ambushed. Here's the equipment shop. Oh, come on. There we go, Giant's Helm. We need 2 of them. What the hell, man? The Golden Hairpin has more defense than the Giant's Helm. On what basis were they trying to justify that is mage armor? So many inconsistencies. Oh, I need to sell stuff. See ya. Good night, Matt. I'm just gonna rush through all of these relatively boring parts. I mean, this has been a surprise to me that I managed to make it without loosening any of the restrictions of the Quadzerker challenge run so far. But I would say it's not really been a pleasant surprise. Because you do things for a challenge and then it turns out that it's not really a challenge. I mean, sure, I don't want to grind. But I don't want things to be so stupidly easy either. And I honestly can't see any point in the rest of the game which is going to give me too much trouble. Except maybe having to deal with golems. But I can save some past those either as well. Why did I return to Basidia? Oh, right. I wanted one knight's equipment. No, I didn't. Nobody needs that. Never mind. I have plenty of cash. Let's just heal and proceed to the Mysidia cave. Let's see if I can finish Mysidia cave today. Now on the world map, actually, good thing I remembered. On the world map here around these parts, we can run into slimes. So I need to once again save scum past them. Why does he have more defense? Right, because of the flame armor. Everybody else has 43 defense and Putz has 50 defense. That's okay, he has most HP as well. Okay, for a moment I thought that was gonna be slimes. Screw those guys. You know, I wanted to talk about work. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Basically, my gripe. This is just gonna be a rant, so bear. My gripe is that sometimes, like generally, I'm very happy about the fact that I'm at a job I really like. But sometimes I have to do crap stuff which I don't enjoy. And I think that is like, can't even use that as an excuse. Because apparently, most people, oh shit. Most people don't like their jobs. So I really have to consider myself fortunate that I actually enjoy my job. But the problem I see is there are certain aspects of the job I just don't enjoy, and I don't know. I don't understand how people motivate. Shit, I forgot to save. Damn it! I don't understand how people motivate themselves to do something that they don't enjoy. Oh god, I have to start all over from here. Back at the start of my career, I mean, I'm not going to be presumptuous and say I had it all mapped out. But I kind of knew what I wanted to do, and I also knew that there was a lot of demand for what I wanted to do anyway, which was programming. Actually, in hindsight, I got really lucky. Because back at my first job, After, well, they trained us for like a couple months. Not that I needed the training, but I could see that a lot of my colleagues needed the training because the demand for programmers in the industry is so damn high that they don't just restrict picking students from computer science or IT engineering only. This is something that doesn't make sense, but they even pick students from mechanical engineering, civil engineering, chemical engineering. What sense does that make? But people are okay because obviously the IT industry pays really well, and that's another pet peeve of mine is so many people are here just for the money. And invariably, it's because of people like those that a programmer's job has started to be treated like a commodity. Like, just anyone can do this. But that's, I guess, a discussion for a later time. What I wanted to say was about job enjoyment. Look at me trying to stay on point even during a rant. So I pretty much knew that I wanted to do this, and right from the start, I was assigned a job that was primarily programming. When I say primary, it was like 90% of my time was spent in actual coding. And even if you just look at programming, the job of programming itself, it's not just writing code, A lot of time is spent in digging through existing code, trying to figure stuff out, trying to figure out what the hell someone else was thinking about when they wrote this. It's not all standard straightforward. I mean, if a project was very tightly managed, sure, you'll find a lot of standardized approaches, but especially, but the opposite is much more common. You find different styles when you look at code. Different styles, different approaches, different designs, and that is one of the beauties. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a form of art. You get to see how someone designed something. It's magnificent. So basically, most of the work in a programming job, at least in my programming job, was figuring out how a part of the system, a subsystem works, how a part of that system works, and then making changes in accordance with, well, whatever we wanted. With the focus on understanding how the system works currently. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Layla, I mean, not Layla, sorry. Paris. Shit. How is she resisting? Is it possible? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Oh my god, how is she resisting? Finally. Well, I was looking for a challenge. And this is definitely a challenge. I think we have already established that We have already established that anybody with a status effect is going to pose some problems to us. Especially if it was an ambush. I hope I saved. I'm strongly considering banning saves coming. But what use would that be? That would just make the game a lot more annoying, like having to deal with those slime encounters. So yeah, no, never mind. But coming back to the point, so the programming job itself, very satisfying. I absolutely love going to work, doing stuff. But sometimes you gotta do stuff that is not programming, which might seem obvious. Like obviously, the most common is you got to spend a lot of time on emails. Sometimes you got to spend a lot of time on emails and in meetings. Holy shit! Don't even get me started on the meetings. I think the worst case situation was, oh my god, cockroaches are doing a number on me. Seriously?
You dumbass!
Okay. So this is my second wipe here. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to strategize past the cockatrice encounter. Because that would be fun. Let's try and think about this, huh? I did want a challenge after all. I did want to exercise my mental noodle. Let's try and think about this challenge. How do we deal with a cockatrice? How do we deal with a whole bunch of cockatrice? What can I grind in order to see me past a cockatrice encounter? Magic defense, I'd say. HP is not gonna help me there. Evade levels are not gonna help me because our evasion without shields is going to be 0 or close to 0. So literally the only thing that's gonna help me is magic defense. And remember how proud I was of everybody's magic defense? Well, that's apparently not good enough for cockatrice encounters. Cockatrice get 5 hits, and 5 hits basically means it's a level 5 petrification spell. Let's just consider it that way. Magic defense 5-56, 5-55, 5-55, 5-55. So if they are landing 5 hits, well, they're not really landing 5 hits because it's not very accurate. But let's just say that they're landing 3 hits, 4 hits, between 3 and 4 hits on average. So that is equivalent to having to tank a level 3 or level 4 petrification spell. And with a magic defense of 5-55%, that's apparently not good enough. So next question is... God damn it. Next question, obviously this dungeon is also going to be annoying probably. Actually, no, not too annoying. I don't think we've got slime encounters after the first floor. So, now that we've decided that magic defense is what will see us through, like there are other tactical avenues as well. Uh, Most obvious one being evasion. If we just allow to use shields, then like so many aspects of the game are just going to become so much easier. So let's not do that. Can I get some other encounter, please?
Hey, listen.
No. Shut up. I guess that's why I've constantly been getting only this encounter. Hey, Pharaoh. Hopefully I get a different encounter. Oh, come on. How's you? Disappointed. This challenge run has turned out to be not a challenge run. Well, I guess at least I've got kind of a challenge right now. I'm trying to decide how I will deal with the cockatrice encounter. Exactly this. Probably gonna be another wipe. There was only one hit, so one hit is fine. 4 hits? Okay, somehow he survived 4 hits. 4 hits? No. 2 hits? 2 hits? 3 hits and okay, somehow he's surviving 3 hits. Ah, that was so close. But yeah, as we observed here, what does Quadzerker mean? Exclamation point challenge.
You dumbass!
So that is 3 wipes to cockatrices. These guys are proving to be a challenge, and I'm happy about that. Cockatrice fight is just RNG then? See, that's the beauty of this game. It doesn't have to be RNG if you know how things work. That is exactly what I was discussing right now. Within all the restrictions that I've within the bounds of all the restrictions that I put on myself. And by the way, Quadzerker, only the forced restrictions are listed there, which is only allowed to use a fight command and not allowed to select targets. Additional restrictions are basically simulating the behavior of berserkers from FF5, if you remember FF5. So berserkers, they can only equip heavy armor, and although they could equip shields, equipping shields in FF2 kind of acts towards agility, and one of the defining characteristics of berserkers in FF5 is that they are pathetically slow. So because of that, I have simulated it in such a way that my berserkers are going to be horribly slow, and they are going to have lots and lots of HP, and they can only use axes. None of these additional requirements are forced restrictions, but so far I've managed to make it like at least halfway through the game without having to sacrifice any of those requirements. I'm kind of proud of that. So what we were discussing right now is how to deal with this cockatrice encounter. If I had to grind, what exactly would I need to grind? It's not just RNG. What exactly would I need to do to deal with the cockatrice encounter? And the answer is, without having to give up any of my restrictions, I would have to grind magic defense. I know nothing about it. Yeah, well, whatever questions I'm posing is just like thinking out loud. Don't worry about it. No pressure, Pharaoh. How far are you in FF6, by the way? spoiler answer. No, 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 no. How far? When I say how far, like how many hours or how much percentage of the game is done? And tell me how much you are enjoying it. Don't give me details, obviously. But I'm nearing the halfway mark. Loving it. Nice. Black Garb. Black Garb has a ridiculous amount of defense. But are we allowed to wear the Black Garb? Black Garb is considered medium armor, and I believe Berserkers can wear it, so yeah. For a better story than Evil Tree wants to murder everything. Oh no, good thing I just saved. So the question becomes, how do we grind magic defense? I'd say the best way to grind magic defense is against the soul encounters, because in this version of the game, multi-target magic spells, and whenever an enemy uses multi-targeted magic spells, everybody in the party gets some experience towards magic defense. And of course, the best place to find yellow souls is Disc Cavern. So if I wanted to grind magic defense, that would be a place. Right now, I'm just trying to see whether I can make any progress despite constantly being faced with cockatrice encounters. The thing is, at the end of the day, in a game where you can save scum, only the bosses can really wall you. Random encounters you probably can always save scum past, which is sad because this was the NES version. Every time I had to die in this encounter, I would start at the beginning of the dungeon.
You dumbass!
But this is getting a bit annoying. Is it annoying enough that I can consider I would consider grinding? Probably not, because those who know me know how much I hate grinding. Uh-oh, what has happened to my cell phone? One minute. It's not picking up network or something? Well, something's wrong with it. Whatever. My phone explode? Nah. I don't think my phone is capable of exploding. Not enough battery capacity. Like, I start the day at 100%, and by the time I've reached office, it's like 30%. How? I mean, okay, it's like 2 years old. Well, now I'm bored again. Because I came up with a solution, decided not to follow the damn solution, and decided to plod on through this dungeon regardless. But it was an interesting thought experiment, thought exercise at least. I would grind magic defense in order to survive cockatrice encounters, but I'm not going to actually do that. Like, are you kidding me? Do you know how much grinding that is? Do you think I picked up this challenge run? A Quadzerker challenge run to grind? Oh my god, these guys are going to rack up the death counter like anything. Actually made it through that fight? Seriously? Nice. So this is what I meant by saves coming. I just have to win that fight once in like 5 attempts. And I'm through. Never gonna hit a wall. More cockies! So, getting back to the story. Since once again there's literally nothing of interest actually happening. Should probably get all the treasure chests. So the question becomes, yeah, I was talking about all the crap you have to do apart from your actual job at work. All the surrounding stuff. Replying to emails, attending meetings. Thankfully, these days, most of my meetings I can just attend via teleconference, aka lurking. Dude, I should really save at a different slot because I'm out of high potions. I should probably not hang around too much in this dungeon. So yeah, stuff like meetings. I gradually found out that you have to tolerate all that crap. And as long as it doesn't take over your entire day, I guess it's okay because that all of that is required. All of that is required because we are working as part of a team. Is there no treasure on this floor? And why did I not know that? All of that crap is required because you are part of a team. But there has to be a limit, right? Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's okay as long as it doesn't take over your entire day, which at a certain point in my career it threatened to do. Like there was a time I would just spend what 4 or 5 out of 6 hours in meetings, and those are the places where literally nothing happens in the meeting. People just speak some stupid bullshit. Nothing gets decided, and at the end of the meeting, we're like, okay, do we have any action plan? What are we supposed to do? And let's meet once again at so and so time. Rinse, repeat. Like that was so stupid. And I remember those were the days when I had slowly started just hating my job. But what do you tell yourself? In a way, I can't really understand the perspective of people who don't like their job. But in another way, I highly respect those guys because where do you get the motivation from? I literally just cannot get up from bed on days when I know that the entire day is going to be a waste. And by waste, I mean I'm not going to be getting to do what I love. Oh, thank you for that high potion. I guess it also has to come down to psychology. You're getting paid to do shit, right? So does it really matter whether you like it or not? I mean, obviously, the best case scenario for you as an employee, as an individual, would be to simultaneously enjoy doing what you do to get paid. But then your employer's perspective is like you're basically getting paid to get outcomes. And that's another aspect. It's not like you have a well-defined role. At least that's currently the case with me. I don't think that was always the case because right now, when they just assign you as a consultant, apparently you're just supposed to do whatever the hell they want. Sweep the floor. Go and talk to the client about how we can't deliver this. Like that's your job. No, it's not. I mean, sure, but you got to do it. Doesn't make sense to me, but that's about these days. Previously, even though we had a well-defined. Oh no, shit! When did I save? Man, these slimes are everywhere. These slimes are everywhere. I tell you, they are the filth of Final Fantasy. FF2 at least. Oh god, throat is dry. Okay, good. I have a recent save. So the thing is, I used to have what I considered a proper job role, not just in a team, but in the entire organization. There were certain things expected from a software engineer, but of course, nobody's going to say that, hey, it's okay, you're not expected to do these other things. No, you're always expected to do everything that's asked of you. And if you question them, well, God forbid. But at the very least, previously I had job roles and all, so at least I could question. I could say no, I don't want to do something like liaison with other people or other managers from other teams, because that's the kind of thing that just saps my energy. Being in a 1 hour meeting where nobody seems to be willing to play ball, that's like the worst experience for me. Oh man, the politics of office politics are just, I won't say terribly complicated, but the power struggle is just evil. I don't know how to come to terms with that. At a certain point, I just decided to say fuck it. But up until that time, I remember the amount of stress I was under. Wow. Because one of the popular avenues after we complete engineering over here, at least a lot of my friends decided to take that road, is do an MBA after engineering. And MBA opens up management roles for you instead of just engineering. And especially for an engineer, apparently a management degree is much more valuable in the hands of an engineer, because apparently they think that it's a marriage of technical as well as management role. So although they say that someone like that would have skill sets from two opposing fields, if I can say, if I can call it that. Actually, I think eternally the why it's recognized as such is because an employer realizes that from someone who is both a manager, who's both a manager and an engineer, we can basically get him to do double the work. And that's the conclusion I've reached based on what I have seen. That's why people would prefer engineer managers over, someone who's just done an MBA. So yeah, this was a pretty popular avenue for most of us after college, after undergraduate college at least. Graduate rather. I'm always confused by what you mean by undergraduate, graduate. Postgraduate is pretty straightforward. So basically, after a bachelor's degree, I just, I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted to get into the workforce. But after that, I thought maybe after 3 or 4 years, I'd collect enough money and then think about a higher education, a post graduation. Didn't even know what options were available, but that didn't really matter. Honestly, for most of my life, I've not been aware of what options were available to me. And in hindsight, it always seems better if I actually knew what the hell I was getting myself into instead of just letting luck do the talking. But it's gone well, and I'm always the type who just goes with the flow. So it's not too big a deal at all. I'm a go with the flow kind of guy. I don't like to grind in life either. Once again, depends on what you mean by grinding. But I think, yeah, it just struck me. I want to go through life no grinding. So, I guess another important challenge here is going to be item supplies. 99 high potions and 99 potions are not enough. Nowhere near enough. Especially when they're just healing for random amounts. Wow. How do we deal with that? Let's try and brainstorm a solution to this problem. How do we deal with the fact that we are taking so much damage and we are constantly having to heal it up? And we have no other option except for items. Holy crap. These guys have brought Layla to her knees. At least we can one-shot them. This has always been the secret of the Berserkers in this one. Take damage, survive, one shot. Someone increased magic defense. 6-57, 6-55, 6-56. Okay, everybody is at level 6 magic defense. Okay, seriously, I cannot think of a solution here. If items are the only way I can heal, actually no. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, let's just lay down the problem here. Let's just say we are halfway through the game right now. And we are taking so much damage that we don't have enough supplies. We are going to run out of supplies, say halfway through the dungeon. What should we do? One option which I can think of, which does not involve giving up any of these restrictions, is more defense is not an option, because at every stage we are always going to have the top defensive equipment available to us. More defense is definitely not an option, which means that come what may, we are going to take that damage. And as I explained previously, we don't have an advantage in turn order. And getting an advantage in turn order without evasion, is that even possible? That's not possible, simply because turn order is intricately tied to evasion. One idea I have is let's not go for the treasure chest, seeing as how I already know exactly what the treasure chests are. And this is, well, it started off trying to be 100%, but at some point it devolved into just a casual playthrough. I think for the time being, that's the most viable strategy. Just go from point A to point B like a speedrun strat. Route out the dungeon so that I get minimum number of encounters. Because it's pretty obvious, even in this dungeon here, I've been wandering around way too much. Somebody give me a high potion! Even one will do. Okay, there we go. And another high potion, at least I got two. I only have 11 high potions. At least this is the final floor. So I might just make it. Barely. Do we have any other solutions? Obviously, well, the most obvious solution would be to not take damage, i.e., lose the no shields restriction, which is arguably, I don't want to go that far. Because if we start using shields, even though we've got heavy armor, I think it's still going to make a very big difference. So using shields is going to be a last resort. What else can we think of? Needless to say, always carry 99 potions and 99 high potions for each dungeon. Apart from the first solution, I can't really think of any that would not involve giving off a restriction. So let's say I allow myself to use swords, then we have the blood sword available, which will automatically heal us. That's one option. Oh wait, I have to go all the way back out. This dungeon does not give me a way out. Train Tome, Osmos Tome, hang on. Shit, I just remembered. How the hell am I gonna make my way out? Game doesn't have save points. I have 68 potions and 5 high potions. Obviously, I can't make my way out. Hmm. I think I'm just going to cut this short today for right here and come up with a decent workable solution for this next time. Yeah, I think we'll do that. All right. You guys have a good day and take it easy.